Okay, so, hi, again. It's like the third time in 3 days that my face has been seen by people who don't live with me. And, funny story, this video is more of dedication than an actual kind of request. So, because who would request videos from me? I mean, honestly, why? But, more of a dedication. And so, time for a story. And that story, my friends, is how I got into Tumblr, and therefore how I met my friend Allison, who I talk about a lot on the internet. Obviously, you know. So once upon a time, I had a fanfiction.net account that I still have. It's totally still in my possession. I just don't update it ever. And I watched Young Justice, see, like the first 4 episodes. Well, okay, I watched a lot of it, but the first 4 episodes are really good, and I started writing fan fiction for it. And then I found comic books in my interest, and started writing fan fiction about DC Comics, which I have a master list for. Not that I'm telling you to read it, because don't read it, because it won't get updated for a while. And never mind. It'll get updated one day. And I started writing, and then I had a Tumblr for like a year-ish. I got it in the 10th grade. So that was a while ago. And when I got it, nothing special happened. I didn't use it at all. It was just sitting there doing nothing. And when it did do nothing, I moved a lot of my fanfiction stuff, or linked it to here, because in the interim I got like a fanfiction.net, and then I had a Tumblr that I didn't use, and then I had a LiveJournal, and then I moved everything from my LiveJournal to the Tumblr that I never used. And then I started using that. Well, I started updating my Tumblr and my fanfiction.net account, and Allison started commenting on my stuff right when I stopped putting things on Tumblr for it was like a month, and I didn't feel like participating in fandom anymore. I was about to drop off the fandom map, because I just I don't know. I wasn't feeling it anymore. And and she started commenting on my stuff and was saying, "Oh wow, it'd be really cool this updated." Like, she wasn't asking, but she was saying, "Oh wow, this is so great." And I am not immune to flattery. Most people aren't, but I'm really not immune to flattery. And because I'm not immune to flattery, I started updating things. And in updating things on fanfiction.net, I updated things on Tumblr and started a new series. A lot of new series. Too many new series. But that's the story of my life. Too many new series. And then, since I had a Tumblr that I had actually started to use and started to make friends on, Allison and I started talking there. Like, she would ask for prompts, and I would visit her blog, and we'd, reply to each other's posts. And then we started actively conversing, instead of just saying, "Oh, wow, this is a cool story." And then it turned into sending each other asks, and asking about things, and asking each other for our Facebooks. And we kept replying to posts and asking for things from each other. And then we started having these little anecdotal posts, and and it was really cool. Just learning about new people is always cool, I guess that's why I'm a psych major. But it was really awesome. And then on Facebook one day, I was like, "Hey, do you want to exchange phone numbers?" And that was almost a year ago now, ish, because we started talking in January. Started getting hardcore talking to. So it's been a year, or a little over a year, since we started texting. But I asked for a phone number, and she was like, "Yeah, sure." And there were caps, but I don't kind of want to scream, because my friend is home, and my husband is home, and shouting is rude. And so we texted all the time, all day. As soon as we got each other's numbers, and we texted in caps lock. And I might actually have an example of a text. this one. It's all, you know, backwards, but it's in caps, and that's what matters. and I have a lot of text messages. And so we started texting all the time, like repetitively, and on breaks we would just sort of all the time. It was really fun, man. Like we still have a shit ton of conversations, and that didn't stop us from communicating on Tumblr or anything. It's just that we had more mediums to communicate through all the time. And we actually had our first Skype date like 6-ish months ago, maybe 6 to 8-ish months ago, or maybe it was more like 10. No, it was 8-ish, because it was over summer break, and it was really fun. And like if I knew how to do things, I would try and like get a Skype picture of us together, because that's as close as we're gonna get to an actual like cheese Facebook picture. Yeah, and for a while anyway. And so we had our first Skype date this year, and we've had like a couple more since. And we also do long distance book sharing. Because see, I have Newsflesh fanfiction too, but it's a really great book series and you should read it if you haven't. And I could review it, but that would take like another 10 minutes. But we started exchanging books, and she sent me the Newsflesh series, and so I sent her the Shiver series by Maggie Steph something. I can't pronounce her last name, and I'm not going to try. Once again, hopelessly American. And not that her name's funky, but I'm pretty sure she's English speak. Never mind. But anyway, we exchange books and letters, and we send each other gifts, because that's what we do as friends. And it's a really good way I can appreciate her, because it's always really hard to articulate my feelings properly without yelling. But for Christmas, she sent me this little. Hold on, I have the jar. 1 second. Okay, charming individuals. This is a jar full of paper boats, paper ships, and Allison made them for me, and it's pretty righteous. I love it. Like symbolism and whatever, making metaphorical things literal. And I'm waiting to send her the 3rd book of the Shiver trilogy right now, actually, waiting to get Linger back so I can reply to the letter that's in it. And it's been a ride. It's been great. It's been a story, actually. Sort of like one of those stories that you kind of just want to immortalize forever, and one of those really stupid diaries that 13-year-olds have. Or never mind. It's not stupid to have a diary. Diaries are great. That's effectively what my Tumblr is. It's just a diary of things that I probably wouldn't show anybody, but I do, obviously. And it's just there. It's a story that has a beginning, which is the story that I told you, and a middle, which is everything hereafter, and hopefully it's one of those stories that never really has to end, which would be great, I think, because she's wonderful and I love her very much. And sorry, getting a little sappy, getting a little touched on the heart muscle, and yeah, so that's the story. That's it. That's the dedication video. Just, pretty much vocalizing all the posts I've ever made at one time. I just don't have GIFs. Can you GIF in a video? That's the question. Not that I can GIF, so it's an irrelevant question. But there you have it. Life story. Life lessons, people. like, probably do your background checks first. But it never hurts to talk to people that you're nervous to talk to, I guess, because sometimes they can turn into something great and something special and unique. And that's it. Those are my words of wisdom. I don't have all that many, and that about covers a good half of my words of wisdom. So, catch you all later. If there's a Sherlock reference on this post, I'll be disappointed in you people. And from my home to yours, peace.